It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we get to watch Juwan Johnson. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Saints and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A handoff as they run the counter play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed. take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Levis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll drop to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Levis looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Finding Otten once more. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's what a 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Levis back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Saints had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Matt Ariza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Jackson. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Evans. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Levis from the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Levis. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Levis sets up to throw here. Here's a diving catch right side. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Levis now off of play action. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Levis. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, and with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Back to the air on second down. Levis throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
First and 10, it's Levis. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Levis completes it to Perry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action now. Levis. And he'll find Moreau here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. To Evans on the slant. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up past the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Peyton Turner, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Levis looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Levis to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Kamara up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of on the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. Levis. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Levis tries the left side and finds Olave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perry. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Now Levis. Olave over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. A give. This is Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Levis on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. A spin. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing right, and that's complete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it all.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.